Hello and welcome to the Fat Squirrel Speaks. Today is Friday, May 29th, and this is oh my gosh, it's almost June. And this is a late 200s episode. I'm Amy Beth, also known as the Fat Squirrel on Ravelry and the Fat SQRRL on Instagram. Hi. Our storm door chat has to happen at the back door today because there are folks working across the street. So I hope you're okay with the relocation. I'm a little pinky pink because we're doing the work. I'd have had a good week in parenting where I convinced Tova that her summer project should be to refinish our kitchen cabinets. I have a lot of parent failures, but if I pull this off, genius. Oh, goodness, y'all. We do need to talk to the back door, right? The bamboo's really high. It's really swayy. Our peonies are blooming, so they're there. They're going to be on your side of the door, so they'll keep you company. The tomatoes are doing good. The peas are blooming. My hanging basket that I got for Mother's Day is looking beautiful. So we can just sit. There's like a nice low drone of folks working across the street. It's not really loud, it's just a little bit. You can kind of hear my dishwasher running. So like we can just sit and chat, talk about hard stuff, talk about how we want to use our circles of influence into good things. A long talk. I think we all need it. But until we can do that, we'll have a podcast together. And I'll talk about my silver koi fish of the week and hope you can reflect on yours. And I'm going to wish big super koi fish Patronus wishes to you. I wish my silver koi fish could be there. She could form a big, beautiful silver dome over you. So, things I've been thinking about this week, obviously lots of things, but one of the things that I've had one of those moments where like several people have recommended me to the same thing. So I'm trying to revisit Braiding Sweetgrass. I purchased the book several years ago, and for some reason, I think I couldn't find my way into it. You know, there's times, right, where you really want to read something, but either it's not what you thought it was exactly, or it's just not the right place. So I'm hoping that the universe is giving me a clue that this is the right place again. And so that's Braiding Sweetgrass, Indigenous Wisdom, Scientific Knowledge, and the Teachings of Plants by Robin Wall Kimmerer. Because actually, and then this is the other thing is like, and again, I'm sure it's because that's just how things work. But I was also looking at this other book that she's written called Gathering Moss, A Natural Cultural History of Mosses. And I actually did not make the connection that was her book. So that had been coming to me from lots of different sources. And so I was like, okay, obviously I need to revisit that. So I've been revisiting that. Let me just discuss, I checked out the audiobook from my library. I have the physical copy. And now that I say that, I'm thinking like, does she actually read the audiobook? But I believe she does. If she doesn't, the person who reads it is amazing. Well, I mean, either way, the person who reads it is amazing. But, oh yeah, it is. Okay, I thought it was narrated because it sounded like she owned the language of the book very, very completely. And that has been I skipped the introduction because I think I had trouble with the preface, one or the other. I think I had trouble with that last time, just like finding my way. So yeah, there's this beautiful storytelling element, which has been a good place of visiting for me lately. And then that has inspired me to revisit this book that I also really enjoy called Depletion and Abundance, Life on the New Home Front. And it has the same veins of like, you know, just because this is not working, right? Like this is just not working on so many levels. Like what we're doing is really not working. Some things we're doing are working, but like what am I contributing to the things that are not working? And like how do I roll back what I'm doing that I'm just doing like without presence in my thoughts, that I'm just this way with? Like what are those things and how can I examine those better and more deeply and be more present in the decisions I'm making and the intention of my presence in this place. So there's that. And then another thing that I've been enjoying, but I have just started, and again, it's another thing that I've revisited. Like I did it a while back and I got so far, but it was just like it's a lot. And so I kind of had to back away, and then maybe I'll go forward now, is that the Post Carbon Institute is offering their, I'm like, where I specifically brought it up so I could tell you about it, is doing their sustainability Think Resilience course for free. So during coronavirus shutdown, their self-directed course is free. So you can register for that. I'll try to remember to put the link in the YouTube drop down. But if I don't, if you just Google Post Carbon Think Resilience course, it will come up. And again, it's free during the coronavirus shutdown. So that's available as well. So I've been trying to get into that and just making time to think about some of those things and to sit with them and actually chew on them a bit. Full confession, I have probably spent more time playing Nintendo Switch Story of Seasons, which is like the new Harvest Moon, which is like a farming game for the Nintendo Switch. So definitely playing more of that than I'm thinking, but I am trying to have moments of thought in my day. So I think it's a balance. But I definitely need the farming game. I do. It's winter now. Oh my gosh, the fall season was beautiful. All the leaves were falling. I had some great fishing expeditions. My mining is really slacking. I need to do more mining, but I gotta be honest with you, it's less fun than the other stuff, so. But I do need to get some iron ore. Realities. So those are things. And then what else? We've had lots of rain, so we've been doing not as much outside stuff, but I feel like there was a lot of things I wanted to talk to you about, and then my brain just isn't functioning great right now, so I think you understand. So yeah. Oh, I was wanting to sew a bunch of stuff. I did start. I can show you that because it's right here. Like, you don't mind if I get it, right? Because you're just sitting with me at the back. You're just sitting with me. You're just gonna get a really good close up on my pores. I'm just rattling things. Oh, it's on the dining room table. I'm almost there. Wait, I don't want to get them out of order because they're in order. Okay. So I purchased a honey bun from Moda, and it is the Canning Day, actually a Canning Day series from Moda. You can kind of see. And I had every intention. I bought some pineapple paper piecing pieces, and had every intention of doing that, but I've got to be honest with you, I just could not make the planning happen in my brain. if you're new to the podcast, I'm not at all an experienced quilter. I'm a very novice quilter. And so like, I was really like excited about the thought of it. And I was like, cause I wanted to make a cover for my dining room table. I like a quilted piece on top of my dining room table. It just is nice to me. And these are not my normal color scheme at all, but it was very charming and I just thought it would be nice for summer. So I had intended to do a pineapple square, like nothing, no sashing or anything, just like pineapple squares. And then like I don't know, I just couldn't do it. But I also at the same time needed to have all of these bright, fun colors happening in the house. So I just had to make a decision. So luckily, Sarah had just posted, she's Sarah D. Knits on Instagram. She had just posted her Jelly Roll rainbow quilt that she had made for her daughter, I believe. And it just hit me. Okay, look at how gorgeous it is, right? Right. And so it just like hit me as like, yes. Now that uses Jelly Roll, and a honey bun is skinnier than a Jelly Roll. Basically, I just want to say honey bun a lot. You know. But so this is the Jelly Rainbow quilt by Ruby Star Society, and it's a free download. So you could just Google those things. I'll try to put a link on. But and so it's, I can just show you because it's free. You basically just use your Jelly Roll to make strips like this, or to make squares like this. So you just sew all of your Jelly Roll strips together. And then you lay them out perpendicular to each other. And then you you cut them into 4 triangles, and then you reassemble the triangles as suchly. Right? And so I decided that that was exactly how much my brain could take. It was exactly how much my brain could take. So I did one Jelly Roll because I wasn't sure if I actually needed both of them. I did. So I just did one, and here are my squares from it. Now I'm going to make the other one, but look how cute they are. My husband is going to be like, what I'm really in love with is all these really super light ones, right? Because they feel like they look like old bed sheets, like that you would have at your Memo's house. Actually, there's this one color scheme that really reminds me of that. It's this strip right here that has like that kind of avocado-y kind of green with the teal, but like lots of white space. I don't know, that feels like old sheets to me. We must have had a fitted sheet like that because it just really does it for me. So yeah. Right? Oh, I hope I didn't rotate this too much. So yeah, there it is. So I need to make about half again as many squares, but I might go ahead and just make them all because my table does have a leaf in it. So I might make it long enough that it kind of just hangs over like the narrow edges, but then when the leaf is in, it covers just the tabletop. See? There's that. But I didn't do any other sewing. I had many plans to do another garment, and it just didn't get done. I've been working on the National Parks bags, so those are all done and they're off to you. I put on the website when I was going to have an update next, and it's actually not going to happen exactly on schedule. Things have just been, they've just been. So, but I will have another update soonly. Soonly. So yeah, okay. I mean, that doesn't stop me from buying some more sewing patterns. Oh, and now I can't remember whose Instagram they were on. But I follow Fat Bobbin Girl, and Oh, who is her amazing counterpart? Anyway, they had put up pants. These pants. Look at how cute she is. Do you love her and her orange door and her super cute pants? All right. So the pattern company is called Muna and Broad. I'm assuming it's Muna and Broad. And these are the Willandra pants. They have, I think, 3 different pants. They have like a very like palazzo-y pant kind of. And they have this one and one more. And they are all super cute. And they all go up to, I think, like a 70-inch hip, if I'm not mistaken. So they probably, they probably start like on the 14-16 side of spectrum and then go up from there. So I just found that, and I was very excited. And I got, and that was the other thing I got. I ordered some prints from PDF Plotting, because that's where you can get your big scale, like if you want to print your patterns at home or you're getting a digital pattern, because the washi dress just updated. Made by Ray's washi dress just got reissued in a size that actually will fit me, I think. I don't want to get emotional. I've actually been emotional about it. I bought that pattern so long ago. I'm guessing like 2014, 2013 maybe-ish. And it was the first pattern I had ever bought. I really loved it. It was the first pattern I'd ever bought to try to like grade up for myself. Because I'm thinking that the largest size was like 42. I'm like a 58-inch bust. And it has a bust start. I had never graded anything up. I really hadn't even at that time, I don't think, made anything for myself. I'm guessing. I don't even think I had made my dress number 1 yet. Maybe I had, I don't know. But anyway, it was just way too big of an ask. And I wanted to make it. And then I got to the point where I didn't want to make it because I was angry. I was angry that it was nowhere near my size. You know what I mean? Like, but now it is, and that's very exciting. It's this kind of little dress here. Like a little empire waist with some pockets, a little cap sleeve. It's real basic. But, so now it's been reissued in an extended sizing with also cup sizes. So there's like an AB version and a CD version. So yeah, that's very exciting. Oh, but because of that, I got some from PDF. Have you done? So if you have a digital pattern, and by the way, I had purchased that dress a long time ago, and they did send me the update like via email, and so I didn't have to like buy it or anything. I just got the update, which was amazing. And then I bought a new pair of pants from them, a new pattern, because it also went up to a good size. So I was excited about that, and also I needed some pattern for Tova, because she wanted some snail pants. Because clearly, right? By the way, there's a banjo and an outdoor clothes dryer in the way of me getting the patterns that I wanted to show you. Because, like, why wouldn't there be? Anyway. So, I'm not wearing bras. You probably just got a floppy boob. Sorry. No, you're welcome. So PDF Plotting offers like these 24, they offer like a continuous, like it's like 36 by 120 or something. It's almost a continuous roll. The way they offer the big like AO prints so that you can get yourself your patterns printed. So you don't have to do that thing where you tile them all together and tape them all together. And maybe if you're me and like you didn't want to have to trace them, maybe you decided to order 2 copies of one thing because you could just cut it out willy-nilly. You're bad. So bad. Anyway, PDF Plotting is great. I ordered these at like 10:30 in the morning on a Friday, and they were in the mail I think on Monday. Which again, that's like, you know, I wouldn't expect weekend service at all. But anyway, so yay! So I don't have my washi one yet, but get up. Let's talk about some knitting though, probably. Other thing I did, I'm not talking about knitting yet, but it is woolly. Another thing that I did was I carded a bunch of my wool. So last year at Maryland Sheep and Wool, I bought a Columbia fleece because that's so rare to see. Like, Columbia is like a very Western sheep. And I really actually don't think I'd ever seen a Columbia fleece in person. So last year I bought her. Oh, I wish I just wanted to show you. And so she was this like super, super all over the place. Like, she was white and she was very, very dark gray and then medium gray. So I washed her last year and then she sat until, I admit, until this year. So I carded up 600 grams. And I triple carded. So I carded each bat 3 times. What I did is I actually carded all the bats once and then tore them into strips and mixed them all up. And then I've carded all those and then I did the same thing again. So I got as much distribution of the different fibers because, sometimes there's shorter lengths than longer lengths and, what have you. So yeah, I'm finishing up my Inglenook Fibers mica right now, but I do want to spin this soon. I'm not done with it. There's still so much more. But yeah, so I have like a whole, look at this. I have a whole thing of it. Ah, right? So I'm excited about spinning that. And then I did a crazy thing, y'all. I washed my Montaldale. I couldn't remember the word. I washed my Montaldale fleece in the washing machine. I did. Now, it's a down wool, which means it's less likely to felt anyway, and it wasn't super greasy, so I felt comfortable trying it. What I did is I just put it in laundry bags. It came out like this. Wouldn't that be amazing? No, I'm just having it in here. I put it in laundry bags and then I boiled 2 big kettles of water, like stock pots. In fact, I boiled my canner. No, I didn't because I didn't get my canner out. But I boiled 2 stock pots of water and then I put those in the washing machine and I turned the cold water knob completely off. So it was only adding hot water. And then I added 1.5 ounces of the, it's not Power Scour, it's the unscented one, but it's the one it's like Unicorn Power Scour. So I added 1.5 ounces of that. Or did I just have, I think the recipe, the instructions said just 1 ounce, but I think I did 1.5 ounces because I was like, I don't know about that. But I only had to wash it once. So I filled it up. I agitated it for like 20 seconds, mostly just to distribute the soap and to kind of just, and then I just left it until it started. I think I left it for like 20 minutes or so. And then I just put I have a completely old machine that does not have fancy cycles or anything, but I had stopped the machines. It was just sitting in hot water. And then I pulled it all the way over to the spin. Now, be careful because sometimes your spin cycle has rinsing too. But for my machine, if you put it all the way to the end of the spin cycle, it won't throw cold water on things. And it did. Awesome. It did so good. And it was so easy. I'm just saying. It was exciting. So I couldn't help it. I had to card some of that as well. Now this I only carded through twice. Some of you might be like, why did you card it more than once? Sometimes you just need to, especially with a fleece that is a fleece, because it just doesn't get, it's like brushing your hair. Like sometimes you need to brush your hair several times. Like if If it's been a year since you brushed your hair because you're a sheep and you don't have hands, you probably need to brush your hair a couple times. Probably. Especially if somebody throws you in the washing machine. I would never throw it. Don't throw a sheep in the washing machine. But anyway, oh, I'm so excited about it. So it's gonna be good, I think. And it was so fun to do I've never done, I think I've drum carded a white fleece before. Like, not a whole fleece, but just like one bat's worth. But it was really fun to do it seems so fluffy. I love a really crimpy wool. Like, that's usually what I'm drawn to, is lots of crimp. I'm like, I want it to look like a French fry. Like a crinkle cut French fry. I like a blocky lock that's got a lot of crimp in it. That's my jam. That's why I can't resist it. I can't. It's really hard to resist. But anyway, so yeah. But these are just little short guys. But boy, they are springy. Ooh! And so down wool is great because down wool is one of those things that often supports really great agricultural practices because it's supporting sheep meat breeds, but giving those farmers an incentive to save their wool. Because that's lots of times the meat breeds are the wool that just, like, they don't make any money off of it. Like, they just, like, I don't even know, like, lots of times they just, like, compost it, right? Which breaks the knitter's heart, but it's just the economic reality of the situation. So, like, if you can, down wool has lots of amazingly great properties. And it's fun to card because that's what carding is meant to do. It's supposed to handle those fibers that are shorter. Your combing, which is like your tops that you get that are like from the manufacturer most of the time. Those are, that's made to handle longer fibers. So they're just fun to process. They're cute. And also you get to think about all the little, and like, let me just discuss, meat sheep have amazingly cute physiques. It's just the reality of it. They're very, like, meaty. Super cute little haunches. So yay. So I just did 2 of those because, I mean, that was a lot to card. So I had this, like, strange moment where she was willing to pick gray fleece out of my drum carder with a dental pick, and I was just like, you don't have to do that, honey. I'm like, she's like, she was just like enjoying it. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna ask too many questions. It's really cute. She was like leaning over the drum carder with a little, So that's another thing I've been doing, is I was drum carding a bunch over Memorial Day weekend. Okay, now what else? I finished things. So the beautiful ladies at BumbleBee Acres Fiber Farm, I always forget the fiber word. BumbleBee Acres Fiber Farm sent me their Bubble Hearts hat. They sent me their pattern and some yarn to work with it. And their yarn is lovely. It is a non-super wash, which was such a treat to work with on this hat. Now, you could definitely use superwash wool for this, but see the cute little hearts? They're made by dropping the stitch down. And so it's really nice to use a non-superwash wool because it's stickier and like you feel like you can, like you don't feel like your stitches are getting away from you, if that makes sense. So this is a worsted weight and it is just the cutest. It was a very fun pattern to make. I highly recommend it. It has a hemmed brim. Now it's permanently hemmed. It is hemmed, not folded. It has a hemmed brim. And then, like, look how cute the texture is on the top. It's like the most delicious little berry. Isn't it cute? But so, yeah, it's super cute. I don't know. I have a thing in my hair, but. Right. Isn't it cute? And so you can make it slouchier if you want to. You can just add an extra repeat. And if you have 3 different skeins of yarn, I think I can definitely get 3 hats out of it, if not 4, maybe. So it was amazing for them to donate, because then I'll get to knit 3, maybe 3 more hats to donate. Right. And like, if I see a kiddo in Noise City walking around with this hat on, I'm going to know I made it, because it's very distinctive. So yay! It was a very enjoyable knit. And I highly recommend their non-superwash. It was very fun. But again, if you need an easy, if you need an easy care alternative, it would be not be a problem to knit it with superwash. Isn't that cute? I also thought it would be really cute to like put little beads in the middle, like if you just made them, if you made like, okay. So if you made, instead of having purple and teal, like let's say you make this background like a light gray, and then maybe like a lime green for the hearts, the purple and the teal, and then you could put little eyes on them, and they would look like little alien dudes peeking over your hedge. It'd be real cute. Anyway, oh, there's condensation on my chair. Oh well. Not having the best things is a luxury sometimes. Okay, so then the other thing I finished is I finished my dotted rays. Now, it's not blocked because I just finished last night. I finished my dotted rays by Stephen West. What? And I'll block it and show it to you blocked next time. But here it is. Right? Like, okay, so I should lean back even. Hopefully, yeah, okay. Did you see me checking to be like, I hope my shirt didn't just ride up, and I'm just like, boob. So yes, right? I was a little bit nervous about it when it was all scrunched up on the needles. I was like, is this, because my vision was that it would look like this, where it had like radiating stripes. But on the needles, I was like, I couldn't really tell what was going on. I was like, I hope I'm not just like crazy that this is what I think it's going to look like. It doesn't look like that. And so this actually ended up being the smallest size that's written on the pattern. I knew I would just work until I until I was going to run out of yarn fairly soon. But it actually ended up being that I just worked until I had the smallest size. So it has a little I-cord edge. Right. Love it. So yeah, I'll block it and show it to you next time, because I'm real excited about it. And also, I've been crocheting so much that it was really nice to knit. Speaking of crochet, I did upload, if you were looking for the video where I explain how to do like a knitter's cast on for crochet, I did upload that. I only upload those to YouTube, so if you're an iTunes subscriber, you might just check there. But so that'll be there if you need it in the future. Here is my sweater so far. So I'm making a granny stripe cardigan. Oh, I'm so close to the armhole, y'all. I can't even. Right. Pretty excited. Not gonna lie. Pretty excited about it. Pretty chuffed, as they say. Pretty chuffed. That's the wrong side. I'm playing with it like you're even gonna be able to like know or care. Whatever. Important I show it to you correctly. As I like see my million ends, I still need to be in. Whatever. Look how cute it is. Toddler granny style. Super toddler granny style, y'all. But like, let me just discuss, how cute would this be if it was just like a cropped pullover to wear over your fun dresses? Can I also discuss that I was wearing my Sydney dress the other day and I was trouncing around and I was just like, it's amazing. It's amazing to get to wear swishy fun clothes, and everyone should be able to do it if they want to. I think my husband would be super cute if he had a swishy fun dress to wear. Just saying. But like, how cute would this be cropped and over top of that? Even just like as a pullover and not as a granny. I think it would be a darling. And now I think what I'm going to do for the sleeve is do, because I'm kind of just not following the pattern anymore. And I'm not even going to tell you what it is because like, it'll be in the notes, but like it's not in my size and I'm basically not even following it. So, I think I'm just going to do like a modified drop shoulder because I don't know exactly how I'm going to do shaping on the sleeve yet. So I think I'm going to just do like a modified drop shoulder, which means I'm just going to like not cast off, but just not have some stitches underneath my arm and then work this part cut. So it'll be a little bit more of a drop shoulder, which I think I'm okay with. So that's my plan. Right. Okay, I think that's all. That's all. Anyway, I hope you have a week, and I hope you can find some silver koi fish, and I hope if you need a Patronus, there's one there for you. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.